Hello guys, it's me Daniel96 back here for another video, and today we'll be making our semi-final predictions of the 2024 AFL season. So before we get started, let's have a look at our previous round tips, and wow, the qualifying finals and the eliminations finals delivered, and yeah, it was very interesting to watch. And yeah, now we only have 6 teams remaining, which is getting closer towards the big stage. But yeah, as for this round, this was pretty difficult. I mean, some results I was not expecting. So we only got 2 out of 4 tips correct. Starting with the first one, I mean, this one was probably the biggest shock that came towards me. I mean, I would have never thought that Port would lose, but to lose by 84, that's unheard of. And yeah, you can see the 100-point margin difference that was. And as we look down here, we got this one right between Hawthorn and the Bulldogs, which was a great tip. I mean, what a game that was very intense. But yeah, the Hawks are making a massive statement. And on the Saturday games, and wow, this Sydney derby has to be one of the greatest finals that we've seen in quite some time. I mean, that was phenomenal. I mean, honestly, that game should have been on a Thursday night. I mean, that should have been the prime time game. But it delivered. It delivered on every level, and it was fun to watch. And Brisbane, I mean, we all expect them to win, and it proved to be easy. But I mean, they probably could have done better. They did miss quite some easy shots, but yeah, that means Carlton are out. And so are the Bulldogs. They're all set out, and I mean, I think the Bulldogs don't deserve to be out yet, but because I think they were a pretty great team, but yeah, there's 6 teams remaining, and with these qualifying final losses, it means that Port play in the semis and GWS will play in the semis. And as you can see, the predicted margins versus actual margins, some very mixed results. We had that 100-point difference in the Port versus Geelong game, and the other games, I mean, the Brisbane Carlton one was really close. So I guess that's good. So we did get one that was pretty close, but that's basically it. So without further ado, let's have a look at the semi-final tips. So here we are for the semi-finals, and as you can see, there's only 2 games, of course, but 2 massive games, and really, I don't know what to expect. I mean, this season has already been so even that I don't really know what's going to happen, and these are just 2 blockbuster games that I can't wait to watch. And let's just get straight into it. I mean, let's start with the game of the round for sure. It's on the Friday night, the Friday the 13th, and it's between Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn, playing in the do or die semi-final at the Adelaide Oval. And what a game this is gonna be. This one is definitely one to watch, and I'll definitely be going to this game. But let's start with Port Adelaide. I mean, they had a very, very underwhelming and disappointing last game, and that was honestly one of their worst performances. I mean, that was definitely their worst one this year. To think that they finished second, and once again they just failed to show up in finals, is really disappointing to see. I mean, they're such a great home and away side, but when it comes to finals, they just slip away. And quite frankly, it's just been disappointing for them. And even when they play at home, they're not delivering. And as for Hawthorn, I mean, they've just been on the roll, and they have been since, it's been a while, but they just continue on this train ride, and they just look too good. They just look too good. I mean, they sit 7th, but they're definitely not 7th. In fact, they're only 1 win away from finishing 3rd, which would have been very interesting to see what that would have done for them. But they won a brilliant game against the Bulldogs at the G in front of 97,000 people. It was, I think, a record for the first week of finals at the G. So that was really impressive. And just the youngsters show up. Once again, they just look threatening, just in every aspect of the field. And honestly, they're scary. And I did say this before, that if anyone's versing them in the finals, it's not going to be great. And they happen to verse the team that I support, which is not great. And honestly, after what happened last week, I'm just I'm very pessimistic. It's been frustrating for Port fans because this has been happening for quite some time, and yeah, really, we just can't afford to go out straight sets once again. And if we do, then that will not look good at all, and there will definitely be some reviews that will happen and some big changes. So really, they're fighting for this game to otherwise there'll be big consequences. And as for Hawthorn, I mean, if they did lose, then I guess they can hold their heads up high because they've done they've made the whole team just great once again, and really, once comes next year, they're going to be even greater. Now talking about this game, and yeah, the last time they met, I think we all remember what happened. I mean, Darcy Byrne-Jones kicked the winner, and Hawthorn were up by 41 points, and to lose that was not good for them. But one thing that I learned from this game is that Hawthorn were really dominant. I mean, yeah, they got unlucky with the loss, but they were dominant throughout that game, and honestly, I think something similar will happen to this game again, and I don't think it'll look good. So yeah, I'm gonna make the first tip here for this game, and really I could see both teams winning this one, but after Port Adelaide's performance last week, and yeah, there's just a lot of red flags for me. I really want Port to win, obviously. I am a Port supporter. I just really want them to win and, get back on track. But just for this tip, it's going to be hard to look against Hawthorn. So I'm going to tip Hawthorn for this game. Really, I don't know what's going to happen in this game. I don't know. Something crazy might happen or something. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, for this game, I'm going to tip Hawthorn to get the win. I think, it might be a close game, but I can only see it going one way or the other. So yeah, for this game, I am predicting the margin to be 32 points, and I have to rate this game a 96. I think this will be a massive game and a very consequential game. Now let's have a look down, and yeah, it's crazy to think that this is the last game of the round. We're just getting close to that stage of the season where we have to wait 6 months until the footy season's back. But yeah, this game is also massive, and really don't know what to expect. I mean, I have lots of questions for this game, but yeah, let's have a look at it. It's between the GWS Giants and the Brisbane Lions, playing at NG Stadium on the Saturday nights in what shapes up to be a massive blockbuster. First, looking at the GWS Giants, and yeah, they had their qualifying final against Sydney at the SCG. What a crowd that was. I mean, it was massive, and what a game it was. That was just really fun to watch, and yeah, I enjoyed every bit of it. But yeah, the Giants had the lead, and yeah, I wouldn't say they choked it. I think that's a bit harsh. But yeah, they let one go, and yeah, what could have been a home preliminary final is now a home semi-final, and yeah, really, I think they will bounce back. They're not a bad team at all. They're not in the state that Port are in. I mean, they have a great side, and they're having players coming back like Bedford. So they should be shaped up for this game, and yeah, whoever wins this game faces Geelong. And as for talking about the Brisbane Lions, they had a great win in the elimination final. I mean, everyone expected them to win. They were, I think, the obvious tip. Early on, they were 60-0. I mean, yeah, that just said it all. You knew that they were going to win, but yeah, Carlton did come back a bit though. So that is an interesting part to think about. I mean, Brisbane thought the game was already done, so I guess you could say that. But one thing that did cost Brisbane a bit was the inaccuracy. They did miss some easy goals, so that is something to look out for. But overall, they passed, and now they're facing the semis, and really, this is just another game that I don't know what's going to happen. I could see both ways going with this one. I mean, the Giants, it's at their home ground. I'm not too sure how the crowd is looking. I think it's almost sold out, but I don't know what the proportion of fans are, whether it's going to be more Brisbane fans or GWS fans. I really don't know. But this should be set for a massive game. And yeah, I just can't wait. Game will really show which team is more in form and more prepared towards the finals charge. I mean, this is not an easy game for either team, and next game won't be any easier since it will be at the G. So the next game will almost be a grand final preview in some sense. I mean, they're playing at the G in a big crowd, and both of these teams really want to take that chance to play that early on, and yeah, this game will come important. The last time they met was at the Gabba, and Brisbane were up by a big margin, but then the Giants came back and stormed their way towards victory. So this is just the same thing that I've been saying, like anything can happen. But to be fair, that game, I mean, they only won that game because Brisbane were just really inaccurate. So I think if there was anything that could cost Brisbane, it would be their inaccuracy. So that is something to look out for. But can the Giants make a statement? I'm not too sure, but this is the game to do so. And yeah, as for this tip, I mean, as I said, it's pretty even. I mean, the odds don't really say it's even. Same with the game above. I mean, the odds don't really say it's even, but actually, no, I take that back. I can see it's more going towards Hawthorn, so I take that back. But yeah, it's at the Giants' home ground. They know that ground the best. But Brisbane can play anywhere, that's for sure. But for this game, I am going to, yeah, I'm going to tip the Giants. I mean, I still think that they're a great side. They're a strong side. And yeah, they can play under pressure. I think this is the game for them. They lost against the Bulldogs. They lost against the Swans. Even though they are a great side, they can push and fight. I mean, they're really great. And I do expect them to end Brisbane's season. So yeah, I think that they will get the win by 19 points. And I'm rating this game a 95. And just like that, that is my semi-final tips done and dusted. And yeah, honestly, this will be just one interesting round to watch. Yeah, usually you'd expect the semi-finals to see the team that lost the qualifying finals win, but yeah, I don't know what to expect. I mean, as for Port, I think they'll be the big watch here, just because yeah, the teams that did lose by 50 plus points in the qualifying final end up winning the semi-final. That's happened 11 times this century, and Port are the 12 teams. So can they do it, or can the Hawks youngsters get the win? Or yeah, I don't know what to expect. And as for the Giants, can they put themselves through to a prelim, or will it be Brisbane that cause that upset? So I don't know. We're gonna have to wait until those days come. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.